another ick of mine, and it's not even ick when it comes to like, you know, other people, but just I've seen this happen. Why the fuck are some people in relationships, when they get cheated on, instead of dealing with the person that cheated on them, they go and fight the person that they cheated on.
That's the biggest
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I fucking hate that. That is so ridiculous.
I do hate that. And I think, I mean, it's obviously like dumb, but I think like, not that I think, I don't want to sound like I'm like defending them. But you know when like I feel like in that kind of context, like it's so senseless. Like any reaction that people usually have, unless it's to be like, okay, well, I'm done with you and that's it. Mm-hmm. It's always so like illogical. Yes. But it's like, that's the only way. Like, I know that they are not thinking right. You know what I mean? Like,
you're trying to put the anger somewhere.
Yeah, like,
and you're displacing it
exactly
to like an empty vessel or whatever. I get that part.
The only other culprit is somebody who you do have feelings for, and we are so much more likely to like, you know, like back up the person who we love than the person who we don't. But you gotta let that anger out somehow.
I feel like that kind of betrayal though is like should be very cut and dry. Like
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, if you cheat on me, I'm not gonna go to the guy that you cheated on me with. I mean, to be fair, shit.
I feel like it's a very old fashioned.
You know what I mean?
Thing.
I'm not gonna be like, fuck, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this dude. Why? He didn't do anything wrong.
It's like all he did was let it happen.
He's the only person in the equation that did not do anything wrong. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
He doesn't
Even if they knew?
He doesn't owe me anything.
Even if they knew?
I mean, if they know me and it's that kind of like weirdness, then yes, they did something wrong.
Not like even, but like if they know about you.
If they knew about me, yeah, he doesn't owe me anything.
Bro, if they know they're the side hoe,
he doesn't owe me anything.
No,
if they know that they're the side hoe, like, okay.
Like, not that I would blame them solely. Like, I would still be like, well, you were the one that cheated on me.
It makes them morally, like, you know, like you know what I mean? Like, not.
Yeah, that's enough for me. Like, it's I wouldn't go after them, but I would be like, you're a bad person for sure.
Sure. Yeah. But I wouldn't. But again, I wouldn't say like
you wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't be like you owed me a level of respect as a man. Like, no, you don't. You don't know me like that. You wanted what you wanted, and she let it happen. My beef is with her, not with you. Even if you knew about me,
I will have mostly beef with my partner, but I would definitely have beef with both. I wouldn't. Here's the thing: like when I say like beef, like I wouldn't do anything about it. You know what I mean?
But you
like,
would be conscious
I don't
of it.
think.
Like,
like I'm not gonna go after them. You know what I mean? And be like, well, now look who the fuck is scratching these hands. But like, or if I had to encounter them, I'm not being fucking nice to you.
Sure, yeah. If I saw them in public, I wouldn't be like, "What's up, bro?" Like. You know what I mean?
Like, and I would not like.
Obviously, no.
I wouldn't be like, oh, like I would definitely be like, well, you're a bitch. Like,
yeah, like if we were in the same place and like somehow we had to speak to each other, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't necessarily say like I wouldn't be like level-headed.
No, I would definitely be like, you're a piece of shit.
But also like I wouldn't spend. It wouldn't ruin my day to like think about that person. It would ruin my day to think about the person that cheated on me. I don't give a fuck about who you did it with.
I have so many racing thoughts, and that's why like I feel like even when people get to know me, they're like, oh, you care about a lot of things. And it's like, no, my mind just doesn't really stop thinking. So I'm like, I don't know that I would care. Like I wouldn't necessarily think about this person constantly, but like I've already made like the thought was already processed. You know what I mean? Of like, there's this person who I once met, and how did I meet them? Oh, they fucked my partner. And so you're awful and close. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know that it's necessarily an action or that I would even like necessarily have like a grudge, but I would just have I now have the mental knowledge of like who this person is, and this is the only context that I know them in. So that's it.
It's happened to me before, where like, on both ends. It's happened like somebody's cheated on me with somebody, and then like they half expected me to be mad at the other person, and I was like, what are you talking about? I don't have anything to say to this dude.
Yeah, that's like, fucking crazy.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't have anything to say. Like if he comes up to me for some reason, then we're gonna have a problem. But he's not coming up to me. You know what I mean? He's gonna try to talk to you. And for that matter, you and I gotta sit and have the conversation, because this whatever this is, there's something deeply wrong here. But then I've also been on the other side where I've been the other guy, and even in that sense, I'm like, whenever it fell apart or not, or whatever it was, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to be over here. And like, you know, and like, even if the guy came up to me and was like, yo, son, like, why would, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's on site when I see you. I'm going to be like, why? Why is it on site for me? Your girl's the one that betrayed your relationship, not me. You wouldn't have a relationship with me.
No, but you got in the way of like someone else's relationship when you didn't have to. You got
No.
Okay, so
homegirl, she got in the way of it.
I understand what you're saying, but that is such a wild like obstruction of like responsibility that is insane. Like,
sure,
I agree 100%. She's like, right, it's her relationship. But to say that you didn't have any kind of like moral fault is like delusional.
You can color me morally ambiguous for that, and I'm perfectly okay.
I mean, I'm coloring you morally ambiguous for maybe being both guys. I think like I feel like that's not being morally ambiguous. Like that is just like avoiding accountability.
I disagree.
I know you do. I know you do. That's the problem.
I disagree.
That's the problem.
I don't think in that situation I should be accountable for anything.
That's insane.
Other than like, if you know.
So you don't think it's wrong to get like
involved with people that are involved with the people.
Because you have a choice. Like they're not forcing you.
Yeah. I have a choice. I would say it's contextual. Like it would be in context because I don't know people's relationships.
Right, but does it matter?
Yeah, it does matter because
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Like what if that relationship is falling apart and they're dealing with whatever? But what does that have to
do with you?
It has a lot to do. It doesn't have anything to do with me. But how do I know those things? How do I know that? How do I know that they're not in an open
because
relationship?
It's not your business.
I don't. Exactly. So why would I ask? It's not my business.
But you're getting in their business.
No, I'm not.
You're getting involved with one of them.
I'm getting involved with one of them.
Right,
and that's not their business.
If they're together and you're involved with one of them, like, and you're together in the context that they would like understand nobody else should be together in, you are getting involved in the relationship. Because if you weren't involved in the relationship, then it wouldn't be an issue to the relationship.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand the train of thought there. But in an event of a betrayal of a relationship, like A, B, and I'm C, the A should never come to me. The guy should never really come to me and tell me, why are you so, like, you know, morally bankrupt that you allowed yourself to do this. I'm like, no, you don't have any.
That's none of their business.
Yeah, it's none of your business. You know what I mean? A and B need to have a conversation, and they need to figure themselves out. A should not come to me, and if B wants to come talk to me for whatever reason, that would be on them.
It's like if you choose to be a hoe because you want to be a hoe, then I'm gonna be a hoe. So like at the end of the day, like I think that like because I've never
in the wrong conversation. It's like this is like blowing my mind right now.
Like because like for instance, I don't know if I've ever been the side chick. I'm sure I have been at one point or another, but I just didn't know about it. But like, I have had side men. Like or whatever at one point or another, and it was like I understood slightly to an extent that it was like it was my fault. Like I chose to do whatever I did. If the guy came up to me, and like knew I had a boyfriend, knew I was whatever, it's like I'm not gonna blame, and I'm not expecting my partner to blame the other guy and be like, why did you choose to be a shitty guy? It's like, look, at the end of the day, if he wanted to be a hoe, he wanted to be a hoe. So like,
no, I don't think that you like as the party involved. Like, if I had a partner and I cheated on my partner, I don't think that I have any fucking right to be like, hey, you could have said no to me. It's like, it was your fucking relationship.
You're the one that stood there.
Exactly.
You're
it's
the one that like.
No, you don't have any fucking right to say that. And I think I agree. Like my partner has every fucking right to come for my fucking neck. You know what I mean? My partner has every right.
Your point is that
I'm not talking. I don't think that like my partner will have any right to go to the other person and be like, you betrayed me, because they didn't. But like that's not you. Like that other person cannot sit there and be like, I did nothing wrong. That's not true.
Oh no, absolutely not.
I agree with that.
Absolutely.
That's not true.
I agree with that. I'm not saying person C is absolved from any
I feel like, to be fair, I feel like the partner has maybe not necessarily to like direct the same amount of like anger or reaction or whatever, but I feel like the partner also has a right to be like, if you knew that she was in a, why would you do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is dicey territory. It is dicey territory. I can tell you on my experiences, it's never gotten on my end to the point where somebody's coming and finding me.
Right.
You know, I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like it, you know, and then they've either dealt with it or broken up or whatever, and then like it never actually got to me, which I'm grateful for, because I'm like, I don't feel like should be part of that conversation.